Hello and welcome to this course on Introductory Ecology, Bio 202. I am Professor Monioluwa Olaniyi, your facilitator for this course. This is an interesting course that relates to everyday life, and I hope you will enjoy it. Today, we shall be taking lesson 1 on concepts and definition of the ecosystem. What are you expected to learn in this lesson? At the end of this class, you will be able to define an ecosystem. You'll be able to differentiate between abiotic and biotic factors in an ecosystem. And you should be able to explain the interconnectedness of living and non-living components of an ecosystem. So, a quick understanding of what ecosystems are. What are ecosystems? Ecosystems are complex systems where living organisms interact with each other and with their physical environment. They can be as small as a pond or as large as a forest, and they can exist in various environments such as deserts, oceans, and grassland. Are living organisms interconnected with their environment? Sure. Ecosystems are characterized by interconnections between the living organisms and the physical environment. Organisms rely on each other and the environment for resources like food, water, and shelter that they require for sustenance. And if there is a change in one part of an ecosystem, it can have ripple effect throughout the entire system. What are the components of an ecosystem? An ecosystem can be said to have broadly abiotic factors and biotic factors. Biotic factors are living organisms of the system, while the abiotic factors are the non-living part. Biotic factors can be classified as producers, consumers, or decomposers. Let's take a closer look at the two categories of factors: biotic and abiotic factors. If you compare both of them, we see that biotic factors are the living components of the ecosystem, while the abiotic factors are the non-living components of the ecosystem. And biotic factors interact with each other and with their environment, while abiotic factors affect the survival and distribution of the biotic factors. These abiotic factors include the sunlight, temperature, water, soil, and air, because they influence the distribution of the living organisms like plants, animals, and microorganisms, which are the biotic factors. Let's compare producers and consumers. Producers are known as autotrophs. and they are organisms that produce their own food, while consumers are known as heterotrophs, and they are organisms that don't produce their own foods. Rather, they obtain the required energy by consuming other organisms. Producers form the base of the food chain, and they provide energy for other organisms, while consumers play a crucial role in transfer of energy and cycling of nutrients within the ecosystem. Producers convert sunlight and inorganic substances into energy through photosynthesis and chemosynthesis, while consumers can be classified into different types, like the herbivores that feed on vegetation, the carnivores that feed on flesh, and the omnivores that feed on various types of organisms. Then, what are decomposers? Decomposers are organisms that break down dead organic matter and recycle the nutrients back into the ecosystem. They play a vital role in the decomposition process and the cycling of nutrients. And these decomposers include bacteria, detritivores, and fungi. Then what are the different types of ecosystems that we have? We have the natural ecosystem and the artificial ecosystem. The natural ecosystem can be classified into terrestrial and aquatic, while the artificial or human-made ecosystem is not self-sustaining, and without the intervention of human, that artificial system can perish. Let's take a look at terrestrial ecosystems. They are found on land, and they comprise various habitats like forests, deserts, grasslands, and tundra. They support a wide range of plant and animal species that are adapted to different climatic factors and conditions. An example includes the African savanna, the Amazon rainforest, and the Arctic tundra. What of the aquatic ecosystems? This can be classified into freshwater and marine. Let's start with the freshwater. The freshwater ecosystem is found in water bodies such as lakes, rivers, and wetlands. It supports diverse aquatic plants and animals like fish, amphibians, and water-dwelling insects. Examples include the Great Barrier Reef and the Everglades. The marine ecosystem, or the marine aquatic ecosystems, is found in the oceans and seas, and they cover about 70% of the Earth's surface. The marine ecosystem supports a wide array of marine life, like fish, whales, coral reefs, and plankton. An example includes the Antarctic Ocean. Are ecosystems important? Sure. Ecosystems are important for biodiversity preservation, nutrient cycling, and the ecosystem is impacted by human activities. The ecosystems are crucial for maintaining biodiversity because they provide a habitat for a wide range of organisms, plant, animal species. They support the interdependence of different organisms, and this contributes to the overall health and stability of the ecosystem. And energy flow through the ecosystem. Actually, energy is captured from sunlight by producers, and this energy flows through the ecosystem in one-way direction. Producers capture the energy from the sunlight and transfer the energy to herbivores when herbivores feed on them. Then carnivores in turn receive energy from herbivores. When it is transferred as they feed on them, they acquire the energy. When these categories, different categories of organisms die, decomposers break down the dead organic matter and they release nutrients back into the environment. And the ecosystems play a vital role in nutrient cycling by recycling and distributing essential nutrients. And the process helps to maintain the fertility of the soil, which supports plant growth and also sustain the overall function of the ecosystem. How do human activities impact the ecosystem? Human activities like deforestation, pollution, other industrial activities like mining, chemical production and release of effluents, habitat destruction, they have significant impact on ecosystems. These activities actually disrupt the delicate balance of the ecosystems when not properly managed, and this leads to the loss of biodiversity, degradation of habitats, and the disruption of ecosystem services. This brings us to the end of this class. And before I close, let me quickly ask a question. Can you tell me the differences between biotic and abiotic factors? Sure. See you next class. And then I hope you'll be able to give me this answer. Thank you, and bye for now.